एकजना विदेशी पाहुना हाम्रो साथमा हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँसँग हामी छोटो कुराकानी गर्न गइरहेका छौं। हेलो, वेलकम।
Thank you. Okay, thank you. My name is Nash Taismans. I am the regional organizer for Asia of StreetNet International. And today, StreetNet is expressing its deep concern about the status of the vendors in Kathmandu. So StreetNet is a international global alliance of street vendor unions. And the situation in Kathmandu among street vendors is really worrying us. We're quite concerned because our vendors have been displaced from their areas of work, and they have also been put in a situation where they are not able to earn a livelihood to support their families. So it is for this reason that I am grateful also to the street vendor unions that have invited us to come and join them during their press conference. And we also affirm the messages that they're trying to send to the local authorities, particularly to the Honorable Mayor Balenshah. So I take this opportunity to also greet him, congratulate him for his win. It's quite good that Kathmandu has a young mayor, but we are hoping that his youth is also a way that he is also able to be a progressive mayor and a mayor that supports street vendors. I recognize that he wants to turn this city into a more organized city, but this should not come at the expense of the citizens and the people that live here. So it's important for us at StreetNet to reiterate that it is really his responsibility to give our members the right to work. It's a small thing to ask for. So we hope that in the coming months, you also give the people a chance to talk with you and engage them, because what they're asking for is not a lot. They just need space and time to work within the city. And it's also good to remember that, especially for me as a tourist, when I come to Kathmandu, I don't think it will be the same city if there are no street vendors, if there are no people that are selling. It's very much part of Nepalese culture, as I understand it. So I really hope that the local authorities, particularly the Honorable Mayor, give our members this listening ear and really engage them.
What's the condition of street vendor in your country? Can you share some?
So I originally come from the Philippines, but I represent street vendors from all over Asia. And the situation of street vendors in Asia is similar to Nepal. They're often displaced. They're often suffering from the confiscation of goods. So it often happens that the police harass them. But that's precisely why it's very important for us to organize, because it's unacceptable that people who are just trying to earn a living are being harassed in this way. There's also the problem of not being able to earn enough livelihood. I don't know what the minimum wage is in Nepal, but I doubt if our street vendors even earn as much. So it's very important for us that they have this opportunity to work. It's also important, and one other challenge that we notice is that there's not a lot of social protection that's given to street vendors. They're not considered to be workers, which we think is a problem. We recognize them as workers, and therefore they should have labor rights. And labor rights include social protection. So if, for example, women are pregnant, they should have some maternity protection. Most of the street vendors in Nepal are elderly. So we also ask about things like pension. They should have access to these things that workers who work in the formal economy have. So these are the types of issues that we work on at StreetNet. And it's very important for us also that we build this organizing capacity. So you can imagine that because they're informal economy workers, they don't really come together in unions. So we're also happy that a big national trade union like Jafont is able to bring them together and help them in organizing.
At last, Balen is leader of this city, metropolitan city. What's your message?
My message to him, no? So again, I reiterate that first of all, congratulations, because he does represent the youth of Nepal, and I know from speaking to people about him that he really is a fresh voice in public policy. So I'm quite happy that he won. But unfortunately, I'm also concerned, and my message to him is really, please don't ignore the calls of street vendor leaders, because they're not against you. They're not moving against you or your government. The fight is really just for them to have the opportunity to work and the opportunity to support their families, which we think is a fair fight. So we will definitely be monitoring. We're watching what happens in Kathmandu. And I really hope that we find a way to resolve this issue constructively. And we look forward to working with the mayor, provided that he is also able to work with us. So I generally have a positive message for him. And I wish him also all the best, because it's very difficult to do his duties as mayor. So,
Thanks for your precious time. I am very happy.
thank you. Thank you also.